Hey guys and gals, how's everybody? It is Sunday evening, and no, that's not a lake you see behind me, is it? Absolutely, it's not a lake. I'm in the Birmingham airport right now, and time for a Sunday afternoon chat. At least we're late. It's about 5 o'clock, but at least we are here for the Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon. We wasn't here last week at all. Missed that one. We're working just about every weekend now at the Birmingham airport. You can see there are just about no airplanes out there. I see the tail of an American airplane right there, but just pretty much no airplanes out here where everybody's kind of waiting. My airplane to Dallas is a little bit late, a little bit delayed, but not bad. About 15 minutes, that's all. So we're going to be able to get into Dallas. I think I haven't even checked. I've been ready to check and see how much layover I've got there, but we've got a little bit layover going in. So anyway, hopefully we'll get to Dallas in time to get on that plane. I don't know if I'm on the last plane to Oklahoma City or not, but we'll be there. Sherry is with Chris right now. I talked to Chris and Sherry both as they were going to church this morning. I worked out at the Major League Fishing show. Dustin Connell, congratulations, Dustin Connell, had just made a rampage of today's final event. You know, in Major League Fishing, they cut back to the final 10. Top 10 the final day, and they start out at zero. At about 11 o'clock, Dustin Connell had a 30-pound, I'm saying right, a 30-pound lead. And when I left up there, I think he'd caught 27 or 28 bass, weighed 83 pounds. 83 pounds in one day. 83 pounds would be a great 4 or 5 day tournament, but he caught 83 pounds today. And of course, in Major League Fishing, they don't weigh in a 5-fish limit like regular tournaments. They have a little bit different format. You can just catch all you can catch. And you weigh them all, and they've got to be a certain size or a certain weight before they count. I think maybe 2 pounds. It's a pretty good weight before they count. So catch a bunch of pound-and-a-halfers doesn't do you much good. Catch a bunch of 2-pounders, 3-pounders like Dustin's doing today. They're fishing Lay Lake in Alabama. We have fished Lay Lake in Alabama. We've had both Bassingal tournaments there, and then I fished a tournament or two there also. I think maybe just Mark's Outdoor Sports Tournaments is the only one I fished. I can't remember if I fished a BASS or FLW tournament there or not. If I did, I probably did not get in the money. And the reason I'm saying I probably didn't get in the money is if I'd gotten the money, I probably remember fishing a tournament there. So if we had one there, I probably did not make the money in that tournament. But you know, that it's been 4 years now. This is the 4th year. It's been over 3 years since I fished tournaments. So I'm beginning to forget quite a few of those tournaments, it seems like, but they were a lot of fun. I enjoyed them. Fished tournaments for 54 years. But what a magnificent week we've had this week, capped off by 2 days here at the MLF Red Crest, they call it, Red Crest Championship. It's much like the Bassmaster Classic. I don't know how many people they think. I think they started out with about 50 people. And we'll have the Bassmaster Classic this next week. By the way, I want to just let you know right now, early in this video, where I will be this next week, because this next week is a busy week. I take off and fly to Columbia, South Carolina on Thursday. I'll be speaking there Thursday night along with my buddy Roland Martin. We'll be at a fundraising banquet there Thursday night speaking, and then Friday we'll be working the Palmetto Sports Show in Columbia, South Carolina. It's a tremendous, great sports show, big sports show. And Roland and I will both be there on Friday. I will leave there Friday night and fly to West Virginia. Roland leaves and flies to Florida, and Roland will be at the Bassmaster Classic on both Saturday and Sunday there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, I'm getting tired up there. I don't have anything to hold out there, so I'm just kind of holding it out there and walking around, looking around. But I will fly to West Virginia. I'll be in Summerville, West Virginia for the big outdoor expo there. And I've got a flyer on that we'll try to post up this week, and tells a little bit more about it. I know Turtleman, my buddy Turtleman's going to be there at that show, so that's going to be a lot of fun to be with Turtleman again. I've known him for a long time. He's a really, really great guy, an interesting guy, a lot of fun. A little bit crazy, kind of like me. But we'll be there on a Saturday at Somerville, West Virginia. Saturday night I'll be getting on the airplane and flying back to Tulsa, get back to Tulsa about midnight, about like I do the night before, to West Virginia, and I'll be at the Bassmaster Classic on Sunday. So Columbia, South Carolina, Palmetto Sports Show on Friday, the outdoor show in Summerville, West Virginia on Saturday, this coming Saturday, and then the Bassmaster Classic on Sunday. And then we're going to go down to the ranch and fish. We'll be down there. I got a couple of pals of mine, Roland and Johnny, and they're going to come down. We're going to fish Monday and Tuesday, and then the following Wednesday, which is the 27th, we will be at the grand opening, the conservation night of conservation grand opening of the new Bass Pro Shop store in Irvine, California. That's right, Irvine, California. Roland will be out there with me. Johnny Morse will be there. Charlie Evans will be there. Lots of great fishermen, and a lot of celebrities will be out there. You don't want to miss that. You want to plan that. By the way, that is the last day of the Bass Pro Shop Spring Fishing Classic. It's gone from the 7th of March to the 27th, and that is the 27th, the last day. So wherever you are, those great bargains and sales that they've got going on at Bass Pro Shop, all that ends on March 27th, which is that Wednesday when we'll be at Irvine, California. So make sure you get to that store, or make sure that, I forgot to button my top button of my shirt up. Just now noticed that I changed shirts. Just now noticed I didn't button my top button up. I'm looking kind of sloppy on here. I apologize for that. I hadn't even noticed that. I apologize. At least I got a shirt on. You know, I showed a video one time. I don't know when it was, but I didn't have a shirt on. Several of y'all told me, Jimmy, do not be showing any more videos without your shirt. So obviously, I don't look near as good without a shirt on as I used to. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But we've had a great week. We've had a fantastic week. The fishing was spectacular this week. I'm talking about spectacular. I got to fish there. Does that look a little bit better? Does that look a little bit better? I would start this video all over, but I'm not going to start this video all over. What you see is what you get with me. You've known that forever, hadn't you? But anyway, we had a great week fishing. My buddy Dennis Hamel and his two grandsons, Ethan and Johnny, came with him down to the ranch, and they got there Monday morning. We fished Monday there at Twin Eagle Ranch, the lake there at the ranch, and the one in front of the house, and we caught 68 fish. That's right, 68 fish. That's a tremendous day, a tremendous day. There's 4 of us fishing, keep in mind, but that's still tremendous. And we did have a couple of big ones. I caught one that was pushing 8, a high 7. And I think Ethan caught one. It's the biggest bass he's ever caught in his life, and it was around the 7-pound mark. We don't weigh those fish. We just kiss them and put them back in. But give or take an ounce or two away from 7 pounds. Might have been an ounce or two under, over, but it's a big fish. The following day, we went to Canyon Lake, and Canyon Lake, we caught, get this, 147 fish. All of them were bass with the exception of 4. We caught 4 big crappie. Crappie were all in the 1.5 and 2 pound range. So what an incredibly spectacular day we had there. I'm sure it was the best day fishing that either one of those boys had ever had in their life, and probably might have been the best day fishing that Dennis ever had. One thing that made it good for Dennis is he caught a lot of fish, but he watched his grandsons catch a lot of fish, and that's pretty better than catching them yourself. Actually went out there and filmed with called Pat, filmed with him on Canyon on Thursday, and caught 54 that day. Only had 4 crappie, but some monsters. I think all of them were over 2 pounds. Caught the first one on a spinnerbait, and then caught some others on a crappie magic jig with a little swimming minnow, a little Lucky Strike swimming minnow tail on it, which is an incredible tail to put on a jig. Just an incredible tail to put on a jig. So just had a great time. Now, though that day we didn't catch, I never caught a 5-pounder. I caught maybe a couple, 2 or 3 4s, but a lot of really nice 2 and 3 pound bass. I mean, incredible day. The majority of those fish, a lot of them were on a spinnerbait. I did catch a few on a square bill, Lucky Strike square bill, and maybe that's the only 2 things I threw that day. I'm not too sure. I can't remember catching anything on anything else. They bit the spinnerbait better than anything else. The bass are moving in just about everywhere. Wherever you are, make sure that you are going fishing. I'm telling you, wherever you are, make sure that you're going fishing, because let me tell you, they're biting right now. They're biting. It's just like it's the time of the year. It is the time of the year. Get out there. The fish are moving in shallow. Water is getting a lot of rain in a lot of places in the south. Your water's muddy. Break out those spinnerbaits or gold or copper blades, chartreuse and white or crawfish color. Get that red man spinnerbait and get out there and just start throwing every piece of brush, everything you can up shallow water, and you're going to catch fish. You're going to catch fish. It's absolutely dynamite right now. Chris has had a really good week. I was with her there at the ranch all week until Friday. Sherry came down Friday. Sherry spent the weekend with her. I talked to them this morning as they was going to church. They were actually in line, in the drive-through line at the donut shop. At the donut shop. And the donut shop is between my ranch and our church. And so we make a stop at the donut shop every single Sunday morning. Chris gets a Long John, caramel covered Long John. I get an apple fritter or 2 glazed. or maybe one glazed and an apple fritter. Apple fritter's kind of splurging a little bit, so I love that. But Sherry and Chris went to church this morning. Chris had a beautiful week this week. She's still not walking. Thank you to all you people that came and asked about Chris here at the MLF tournament, and many of you asked about Chris. Some of you prayed with me about her, and I appreciate that. Many of you are still praying for her. Keep doing that. And she just still can't quite walk. She can't keep her balance. She could walk if she could keep her balance. So we're working on that balance all the time. We work on it every single day. And when I talked to her last night, her memory, her short-term memory, is not nearly as good as it used to be. She remembers her long-time memory is pretty good. But I remember she asked me last night when I talked to her on the phone. I didn't go out. I went back to the hotel room and ordered a pizza. Ordered a pizza in there and had pizza and a salad. That's what I had last night. I didn't go out to a fancy steakhouse or anything like that. I just didn't. I was tired. I got in about midnight or 1 o'clock the night before and worked all day at the show and visited with a lot of people and had a lot of fun, and just didn't want to go out. So ordered in a pizza, and it was pretty late before I got in bed, but I got a good night's sleep last night too. And I talked to her, and she said, "When you coming home? When you coming home?" And I said, "I'll be home tomorrow night, baby." So, and this is tomorrow night. We had a great time out there at the MLF tournament. It's been a great week. It's going to be a great week this coming week. I've got a couple days at the ranch before I have 2 or 3 days at the ranch before I have to leave. We'll try to get some shots of some deer for y'all out there. But it's been another great week. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers used to say. Some of y'all are old enough to remember Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. Talk to you soon. And remember, I still love you.